Hello traders, it's Tomek here from Nikos Trading Academy and welcome in our next Forex Forecast. First pair is CAD CHF. We had breakouts and I was waiting for this breakout. So let's see what we have on the weekly chart. And on the weekly time frame, we have resistance area here. We see that this is really powerful. We could have here the possible continuation for the short scenario, but it looks like price is going up, so that's why we draw the resistance here. We also have trend line here, so we have like combination of the two areas where price might react again. Of course, in case of the breakout, we will look for another resistance zone, which is somewhere around this zone here. So right now price is climbing up, broke the 36 EMA, also broke a smaller trend line. On the lower time frame is more visible, but we see that price broke it. So there is chance that we will have continuation to this area, and of course at this point we might see reaction, or price will continue to go up here again to the previous high. So what we have on the daily chart, if we look here, we will see that price broke this resistance area here, and right now it's going up. My target is still here. Of course, this breakout was really really big. Right now price is reaching smaller resistance level on the daily chart, as we probably see here. We have something, so we might have reaction, which gives us opportunity for possible retracement, maybe back to the 36 EMA on the daily chart with the support level combination. And if we get another long 1 to 3 then we can easily look for possible long scenarios to target the resistance trend line. Yes, so we can have a situation like this. But price can also easily break this and will go just up. Yes, so on the lower time frames, if you see some retracements, you can still look for the long opportunities. If we check this, we see that we have the nice trend line on the 4-hour time frame. So what we need to see is right now retracement back to the 36 and the trend line, and we look for possible long scenarios. Ideally, we would like to manage the pair on the resistance, so maybe this will be better combination of 4-hour chart with lower time frames. But if you jump in on the 4-hour time frame and you see that price is breaking, but it's not it's bouncing, it's going up, but it's not breaking this area, but it's fighting, then you can just manage the position to achieve the win-win scenario and simply wait. Of course, you can always wait for the 4-hour chart retracement, and then at this point, because we have the nice line with the 36 EMA, you can look for the lower time frame entries like 5 minute, 15 minute on the and 1 hour, and try to achieve the win-win again before this resistance or directly on this resistance, and then easily try to manage the pair to reach this area if we look for the 1-hour time frame. Right now I would prefer to see the retracement on the 4-hour chart, but if someone would like to trade intraday, maybe some scalpers, retracement, if we get the reaction, long entries, target of course the previous highs. Next pair is Euro New Zealand. This is also for the intraday traders, because we might have a good opportunity there. If we look on the weekly chart, price made weekly short 1 to 3. Right now it's going down. The next support level is here. By the way, this is a difficult pair to draw clean level, because we see that we have a lot of spikes. Yes, we can draw the line here, we can draw something around this area, so it's always like kind of the range. I would prefer just to draw one line to don't confuse, to don't see too many lines on the chart. So we might have again continuation back to this zone, but again, if we take closer look, we also have some support level here where price is right now. Of course, it looks like price is breaking this, so we might have still continuation. So if we are not sure exactly on the weekly chart, we can always of course go to the daily to see more details, or if you decide to jump in on the lower time frames, just lower the risk because of the price action on the higher time frames. But I would just keep it simple. We have the trendline breakout, We have the short 1 to 3. We have a previous low with the support level. Okay, so possible continuation. Yes, I would just leave it really simple, to the point. Daily chart. What we have, we see that price is going down. We have some opportunities to jump in for the short entries here. Some of you are in this trade, so well done. And we see this is the daily support level where price is right now. We see this, yeah, here. So we have the spike, but this might gives us only bigger retracement. Back to the daily, 36 with trend line, and then price will continue to go down again. Maybe back to this support level here. So this is the first option. We wait for bigger retracement, but then of course what you would like to do is to look for the lower time frame entries. Yes, you don't want to go to the 4-hour chart because this is too late for the 4-hour. Just wait for the bigger retracement. If you see that price is reacting here, focus on the lower time frame to entry. And if we look for the 4-hour chart, we also might get soon this intraday opportunity, which I told about at the beginning. This, yes, and then okay, 4-hour chart. If you see that price is rejecting this, we go to the 5-minute or 15-minute time frame, and we look for the sells. And we look for the sells, then we try to target. Sorry, guys, to this support level here. Another pair is GBP Aussie. GBP Aussie. So let's see what we have on the weekly. On the weekly we have range. Yes, if we check, price was bouncing. Here we have support level. So we are in the range. Right now price is like in the middle of the range. It's like 50%. Here we see this. So if we have range, price, of course, what can do? Will react on the resistance, will go slowly to the support, resistance, and so on. And at some point we can get the breakouts. Right now we are on the 50% of the range, so we can still might get retest of this, and price will go up again. Yes, like we had here. You see, price reached the support level, went up. Retest of the 50% went down again. So this might be exactly the same because on the daily chart we have the daily long 1 to 3. So that's why if price is reacting, we might have another continuation to this area, which is a really nice target because like 460 pips. We have the nice line with at least 3 touches, and we see that price is making for us this long daily long 1 to 3. Of course, we have to remember that this is in the range, so ranges are sometimes funny because we might get end setups, but price will retrace. We might have some ranges in between, yes, because this is how it is. But it looks on the daily, the price action look really nice. So lower time frame combinations, how we can trade this. Of course, first we need to wait for the trendline breakout. We need to see something like this, for example, or even if you like, you can just look for it will be mainly for the bounce traders. You can look for first information that that price don't want to go down, so you will get like a higher low on this trend line, and then you can look for possible bounce entries to target this. But it's for more advanced traders. More conservative way, we have to wait at least for trendline breakout like that with the 36 EMA, and then look for possible long scenarios. Also on the 1-hour chart we can still wait. It's a little bit too early, but and we don't see the volatility right now, but if we get the nice volatility, if we see that price is going up and is making for us setup here, then we can easily go also with the long scenarios. But it will be nice to see that price is breaking also the 36 EMA, because we still might have because there is no confirmation from the higher time frame. Like I said, retracement, maybe price will bounce on the 36, will make the short 1 to 3, will go down again for double bottom or higher low. or of course this is also possible. So if you get the breakout of this area, then you can of course look for possible sell scenarios to target this support level. Yeah, so basically we need to see some good opportunities right now. GP Swiss franc, it's still on the resistance, it's struggling with the resistance level. We said about potential short entries, but we didn't have any opportunities there. So what we have is the resistance level here. We have some spikes, and the next resistance we have to unzoom. We will see that the next resistance is somewhere around this area here. Support level, of course, here, and even at lower points here. Yes, so this one is even better, and we see that price previously was moving between those two areas, and also here we have the same situation. So price is still struggling. We see this. We have the highs, we also have the previous highs. Price bounce on the 12. We might get another continuation to retest this. If we see that price is breaking this area, then of course we have support level as a next target. I was looking for potential short entries here to target the 36 CMA because of the resistance, but if we see on the lower time frames, there was no good scenario. We can still wait only for this, and then we can look for long entries, but then our target is on the resistance area here, and then of course we can look for the next one if price decide to retrace at some point. Yes, will not break this, but at some point will retrace. So what we have for our chart, lower time frame, we see that price is right now struggling, and I wouldn't touch any short scenarios right now. It's a little bit too aggressive. If we look, we can have something like this. Of course, price is still going down, making the lower lows, lower highs, but it's not good price action here. Yes, especially that we are still around the 12 EMA here, so price still might retest and will go up. So I would just wait for this pair to see what we will get. But what I like is the full approach here. So you can just wait, for example, for another retest of the resistance, and if you see that we have the false breakout, then you can look for sells here. If you get breakout of the resistance, you can look for long entries, yes, and target the next one, or wait for the bigger retracement on the daily chart back to the 36 EMA, and if you get the long daily long 1 to 3, you can look for possible long scenarios, target this, and then in case of the breakout, target that. GP US dollar, what we have is this is the resistance area, so price still didn't reach exactly this this point. Of course, we know that cable is or all pound pairs are affected by Brexit, so it's always less, if I can say, predictable. And because sometimes we wait for the economical news, fundamental news, and price is just reacting not in the technical way exactly, but we can still check this. If we get the nice price action, it's still good to trade this pair. So we have the resistance level. The next, if we would like to see the support level on the weekly, support level is here. Yes, so I usually, when I can't find the other levels, I just leave on the weekly, and on the daily chart I try to find something better. Right now what we have is this up move. So what we can do, we can wait for bigger retracement back to daily 36 EMA still with the trend line, and look for possible long scenarios to target the next resistance area. This is what we might have, and this will be good to look for this, but we also might have retracement only back to the 12, and the price will still continue to go up. So lower time frames, right now price is squeezed. Yes, we have something like this here. So we wait for breakouts. I would focus on the longs because it's with the main move, but there is an option to look for sells to target the 36 EMA and the trend line. Of course, I would like to see another another up move to retest this and then look for sells, but because price is struggling, we still might have this. And this is like 100 pips, so you can try to take this. Of course, both scenarios should be taken on the lower time frames, so we can just wait for the 1 hour 1 to 3 here, and then you can look for longs, and of course short 1 to 3s here, and then look for the sells to target the daily 36 and the daily trend line. So this is how I see cable right now. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Price is still around the resistance zone. We see this previous spike. We have levels here, so this is area. Yes, again, this is like we can draw something like this. So this is whole area of the resistance zone. Of course, price is breaking this. It's also making a higher low on the weekly chart, which gives us extra option that price might go up again. Yes, of course, if we look for the next resistance level for this pair, we will see that the next one is somewhere around this area. Of course, the really nice one is here, so price can easily continue even to those levels. If we check trend line is here, so it's like connected a little bit with the trend with the resistance level, so this is also good area to react to see some retracements. If we check trend line, we have this line here. So if you go to the daily chart, we can adjust a little bit our line. We have this, so we see that price is breaking this zone. So right now we can, some of you are already in, and from this point, because there was first breakout, so well done. This is a win-win scenario. Right now we can get another opportunity. The thing is that if we look for this, we will see that also price broke the line. Yes, this trend line here. So we might have like bigger retracement still on the daily chart, because we see that price just went up fast. So of course, ideally daily retracement back to the 36, back to the trend line, and then look for possible long scenarios to target this resistance area. Or lower time frames, we see right now that price might create for us long 1 to 3. Yes, so if we see, okay, long entries target the resistance level. You can mix this with lower time frames, but first you need to see really that price is ideally reaching the 36 trend line, and then you can easily take longs. You can go to the 1 hour chart and mix this with 1 hour time frame when you get the 1 to 3s here. I wouldn't take any short entries here. I would just wait for bigger retracement first to the trend line, to the 36, yes, and then again look for long entries. USD CAD, we had a really nice option here to go short, but right now what we have is here is the trend line, and the price is really close to this line. So what we might have is weekly long 1 to 3, especially that previously price liked to broke the 36, so we might get bounce. The price will go up again to the resistance, and the resistance level, of course, the first, which is most visible, is the previous high. In between there is nothing really good. Yes, so I would just leave the previous high, and in case of the bounce, I would try to target this area here. If we see breakout of the trend line and price still continue to go down, the next support level is here. So this is your potential target if someone is in, because if you are in the short entries, you can still leave them even if we have the trend line, because we right now don't know if price decide to break this or will bounce, but there is a chance that price still bounce on it, but we still have room. Yes, we still have space. Yes, if we adjust the line, you see that if we connect on the daily chart only the spikes, the line is here, so we still have some room to go. Of course, if we connect the daily chart, we'll see that price is almost touching this, but there is still something. I would just leave the line like this with the lows. So what we had here, this was good opportunity to look for the sells. Our members also took this. We have short daily 1-3 after trendline breakout, and on the 4-hour chart we had really nice option to look for the sells here. Yes, and then price just went down. Right now what we need to get is the bigger retracement, and then we can look still for the sells. We can wait for the daily 1-3 and look for the short entries again to target the support. Of course, in between we have this trend line which I removed accidentally. Here we have the line, and this is your target. So bigger retracement, wait for the setup, lower time frame entries, or look for the 4-hour chart retracement and this, yes, and to look for the sells again with lower time frame combination, because this is late, so we don't want to trade this on the 4-hour chart. We can check if there is some support level in between on the daily chart, because on the weekly there was impossible to find this, and on the daily chart, if we check, we have somewhere around this area, so you can watch this zone in case if you jump in, for example, on the lower time frames. Yes, because we might still get the setup, price will go down and then will bounce, and maybe we'll retrace to get the bigger retracement on the daily. Yes, that's why with lower time frames right now. And the last pair is of course gold, not even pair but product. We have resistance, we have finally breakout. Yes, we discussed this breakout resistance, price broke it, so we might have continuation to the resistance area, which is here. And let's find the next support level is here, and the next one of course on the lows. Daily chart, we see this breakout. Yes, so we didn't have exactly retracement back to the 36, price just broke it. So right now you wait for the daily, look for longs, target the resistance here. Yeah. First scenario, don't look for any sells, because the main move is too strong in my opinion. I would just better to get the retracement on the higher time frames and look for the longs. Or you can use this steep 4-hour chart 1-3. If you see that price is breaking the 2-3 line, look for the lower time frames entry scenarios at this on this pair, and then target the next resistance. And if we check the 1-hour chart, we will see that right now we don't have nothing really. I would still wait for this and then look for longs. Yeah, because you see previously we had also big move and price was ranging on the resistance. We had small retracement and then price went up again. So I wouldn't be sure that in this case price would like to retrace exactly to this point. So for now I would just wouldn't take any short entries, because we still might have bounce on the reaction on the 12 and price will do something like this. This is also option which you might consider if you get a really nice volatility. Okay guys, so thanks a lot for watching this video, and of course below at the comments you will find our link to to all our programs. So if you enjoy this weekly forecast, if you want to more, check our website, and of course we have the live trading room 6 times in a week, so we discuss even in more details different scenarios, both in the Heiken Nashi, but in the major we have, of course, on the Renko chart. So thanks a lot, and talk to you soon. Bye.